You ever meet someone who messed up and instead of making excuses, they just owned it? No blaming, no deflecting, just a quiet, honest, I was wrong. Those type of people, they're the ones I really admire the most. I think maturity gets misunderstood a lot. We grow up thinking it's about the age, it's about the status, how much we've achieved in our lives. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's about something much more quieter. I think maturity is the ability to pause, reflect, and actually take responsibility. And the people who do that are actually very rare. They're the type of people that make you feel like you can breathe easier around them. Because they don't make you walk on eggshells, they don't pretend that they're never wrong, and they're just honest, very grounded. And that's the kind of maturity that doesn't shout, but shows. I think we live in a culture where pride is loud, where being right feels more important than being more genuine or real. But the people that I admire the most are the people that don't let ego get in the way of truth. They understand the fact that being wrong doesn't actually make you weak. It shows that you're strong enough to admit that you did something wrong and you know how to apologize for it. You're capable of genuine reflection, and that actually allows people to connect with you more deeply. And that's a real strength. And the pattern that I really noticed a lot is that when they apologize, they know how to change as well. They don't just say it out loud, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and don't change. They actually put the effort to change. It's one thing to say sorry, but it's another to actually mean it. Mature people don't use apology to kind of shut you up. They use it to open the door. They make space for your feelings and they listen without really being defensive. And the most importantly, they try to change after. That kind of maturity is just so mature. It builds trust as well. And you just want to be around people like that more because you learn from their behavior. That kind of self-awareness is so powerful because we all make mistakes. We've all done things that we're not really proud of, but not everyone has the courage to actually look back and grow from them. Because it's easier to point fingers. It's easier to blame the past, blame other people. But the people that I admire, people that are mature, they seem to be holding like a mirror to themselves and they don't really flinch. They look at themselves, they see the flaws that they have, see the mistakes that they made, and actually try to fix that. And that is so rare nowadays. I guess we're not perfect, so we can't always have this attitude. And I make mistakes like that as well. Sometimes hard for me to admit that I'm wrong when I'm in the situation where I'm just getting emotional and stuff. But I really learn from people that have the patience and that have this ability to look back on something and just try to be humble at that moment. That takes real strength. It's like they're okay being misunderstood for a bit. They're okay with not getting the last word because they're not performing, they're just living. The inner peace that they have, that's what real maturity feels like to me. There was a moment in my life, I won't really go into details, but I heard someone that was really close to me. Not intentionally, but I did. And I remember sitting there, just hearts racing, reflecting on myself a little bit, thinking of all the ways I could explain myself, maybe justify it, blaming timing or stress or something else, But something in me said don't. So I just said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I was in the wrong and I didn't realize how much I hurted you." Because in that moment, I just wanted to be honest. I didn't want this ego get in the way of our relationship and kind of ruin everything between us. And that simple act changed a lot and actually built a lot of trust because it meant that I was actually capable of reflecting on myself, looking back at it, reevaluating. And ever since then, I started noticing those people that really apologize without performing, who really own their words, who clean up the mess that they made, not because they have to, but because they want to. And those are the people that I really admire. Maturity isn't really about messing up. It's about what you do after. It's not really about having all the answers, but it's about being willing to ask the right questions, especially to yourself. And the people who do that, people who hold themselves accountable consistently and just without shame, that's the kind of people that make everyone around them feel safe, feel okay to be vulnerable and open up a little bit. And that is something that's very worth admiring. Over time, I think I grew to admire people that are more honest and genuine than people that are trying to be perfect. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, we forget, we upset people, we become emotional, and in those moments, we can't always be rational with our actions. And it's inevitable. You can't really avoid this fact that sometimes you'll hurt people unintentionally, and sometimes you have to own up to your mistakes. But in those times, it never hurts to, approach them first maybe and own up to your mistakes, maybe be a little bit humble in the moment instead of letting pride get in the way. That kind of maturity is rare and it's very hard to find, and I realize that those are the people that are worth being admired. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'm outside finally. It's been a while. It feels good to be out here, so I hope you're doing well wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.